Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am on a holiday kick. I wanted to have lots of holiday rocks out for everyone so that you have special gifts to give away or special decorations to put up this time of year. So this one is going to be a holiday penguin, and we're going to change it up a little bit. I have a new tip for you, a little trick that I've been doing lately that you guys have been asking about, and I don't want to hide anything from you because I love you guys. So I'm going to share what I know and what I found out about this chunky glitter that I'm using today. If you saw the beautiful iridescent, almost like a black opal look to this rock, in the black areas, it is beautiful and you are going to fall in love. So his face is kind of a heart-shaped face, or her face, whatever you want to call it, kind of like a heart shape. And then there's a cute little beak. I'm going to change the look of the beak a little bit, so ignore what I'm doing right now because I'll have it the way I'm comfortable with it very soon, and then I'll outline it with paint so that you can see it better. And once my black paint is dry, I will be erasing all of the pencil marks that I don't like, and I will show you how to do his eyes a little bit better as well. Now this is just an unrealistic penguin, a holiday penguin. This is not a real penguin, guys. This is a Rachel's Rocks penguin, so no making fun of my cute little penguin. So I'm putting a Santa hat on my penguin. You don't have to have a Santa hat. You can just leave him completely without a hat if you want. But this is just what I'm deciding to do today. Now I am going to outline everything that I like and that I'm happy with black paint. And then we'll go from there. So you guys can just kind of watch what I'm doing. You can't really see his toes or anything yet, but he will have some toes, 3 on each foot, that are just going to be kind of poking out underneath his belly there. But we'll make them really simple too. Now I will be using glitter. I will be using gold. I will be using hologram. So for those of you who are in love with all of those, we will have some fun today. That is a promise. Now, I am supposed to be resting and packing and getting ready to move, but I wanted to make sure that I have lots of stuff for you guys to do, first of all, and also there is still a contest that I'm having where you paint one of my tutorials and you can win. You don't have to be the best painter. I just want you to participate. So if you participate in it and you follow the rules that I've posted on Facebook and on Instagram and on YouTube, if you make sure that you followed each one of those rules, I believe there's 4 of them, you can be entered to win. It has nothing to do with your artistic ability. It's just the fact that you painted with me, you picked one of my tutorials that was your favorite, and you gave it a try. That's all that matters. So please, please, you have until December 15th to be a part of my contest, and I wanted to give you guys some cute ideas, especially this time of year. We want some holiday rocks. So I'm making sure I keep his heart-shaped face and his wings. These are his wings or his arms, whatever you want to call them. They're just going to stay hanging down the side. And we're going to round off his beak just a little bit. We're not going to make it too pointy. And I'm going to erase the pencil marks afterwards once that black paint is dry, so you'll be able to see the shape of his beak a little bit better very soon. And I did start some toes down there, but we will finish them after. I'm going to be putting a Santa hat, but you can keep him bald without a hat if you want. It's totally up to you. I'm just putting a Santa hat on him because it's a holiday penguin, and yeah, why not? So the way I've done the beak, it kind of looks like he's smiling. I want him to be happy. I'm giving him some cute little eyebrows. We're going to work on the eyes a little bit later, but you can leave them like this. You can not go as far as what I've gone already with them, and just do a little eyebrow and then a little line underneath. You can do cute little squeezed shut eyes or closed eyes with little eyelashes. It's totally up to you what you do with them. Like I always do, just giving you a little something to work with, if you know what I'm saying. So this guy is really chubby, and I like my animals with some meat on them because I have 3 cats, and 2 of them are very healthy and strong and fat and huggable and squishable. And one of them, Maple, my little girl, she is the tiniest little thing in the world, and she just looks so fragile and skinny, and I want that girl to gain some weight. So, you know, this is my way of feeling better about it. I'm making my penguin chunky. I like my animals to be nice and healthy and chunky. Same way I like my kids. So I am filling in the beak with some pumpkin orange. You can do a little gray beak because there are plenty of penguins out there that have little gray beaks or little black beaks. So I'm slowly adding bits to the eyes, but I'm letting them dry. So I've just put bigger dots inside there. And we're going to work with that a little bit more once those black dots dry. So we're going to bring them to life. Now I am going to use gold. I know most penguins don't have an outline of gold, but mine do. So I am outlining my penguin with some gold. And like I said, all of these paint colors, the paintbrush that I'm using, everything you need to know will be located in the description of this video so that you have everything you need there. His eyes are really cute. I always aim for my little animals to be cute when I paint them. So I hope he turns out cute. Now you can leave him like this with the black paint and the white background, or you can add this iridescent black chunky glitter from Recollections. Now I get my chunky glitter from Michael's. You can buy it on Etsy. You can get it at probably Walmart, but definitely Michael's and Etsy. You might be able to get it at Joann's or Hobby Lobby, but here in Canada, I got mine at Michael's, and they have many different colors. And what I do is I glue each piece down. I use a little wax pencil, which you can get on Amazon as well. Anywhere nail supply, nail art tools, anywhere you can buy that stuff, you can find one of these wax pencils. They're super, super cheap on Amazon. And they pick up the chunky glitter and place it right down onto your, I use DuraClear gloss varnish as a glue, and I just paint it on over top of the black paint, and I just pick up each piece of this chunky glitter and place it on top. Now I'm making sure not to let any of the glitter touch the gold lines. I can just slide it in using the end of my wax pencil, or using the end of a paintbrush. You can also do, in order to just keep that glitter all contained inside the gold area, because you don't really want it covering the gold, because it's really hard to paint over top of it. So just kind of keep it within the space. Now, if you have really tiny areas that you need to work with, I use nail clippers. I have a set of nail clippers that I have especially for this reason. And I just pinch a couple of pieces of chunky glitter between my fingers, and I use the nail clippers to snip them into little pieces. And then I just use those little pieces to fill in like the little corners and little areas that I have a hard time getting to. So once it starts filling up, it's like a rainbow of beautiful colors. It almost looks like mermaid scales, but they're magical. And it just really makes anything that you want to spice up a little bit, I guess you can say. If you're a glitter fan like me, this stuff will be your new best friend, trust me. And like I said, you can get it in many different colors if you can find it where you are. So I'm letting the glitter dry. It does take a long time and it takes a lot of patience. So if you really like the look of this, you will take the time and glue each piece down like me, because it's so worth it in the end. It does, it's tedious and it's frustrating, but so worth it when it's done. I promise you. I will show it to you all glossy and resined at the end. It's my favorite part. And yeah, we'll stop talking about the glitter and we'll get to the hat. So if you've watched my recent tutorial on my holiday gnomes, I did these cute little hats on the holiday gnomes with some snowflakes. I'm not going to do a snowflake on this one. It's just going to be like kind of hairy and fluffy, and it's going to have some hologram paint in it as well so that it sparkles, because as if this doesn't already have enough sparkle, I added hologram as well. And I love holograms, so we're just going to make sure that I use as much of it as I can. I use it like it's going out of style. Sometimes when I go to the store and it's not there, I think it's gone out of style, and then I start worrying. So but I'm still finding it, and you guys are still finding it too, so that's awesome. Now I'm using a little bit of a lighter red. I used a berry wine for the base coat of my Santa hat. You can see some pencil still marks that I have to erase once my hat's dry, but I'm just adding a little bit of lighter red over top of the berry wine in some areas just to kind of highlight some wrinkles in the hat. I do spend a little bit more time on the hats in the holiday gnome one, so please watch that one if you're feeling like I'm not showing you enough with the hat, if I'm not spending enough time focused on the hat. I'm going to be just using a sponge and a fine lining brush to do the fuzzy, hairy part of the hat, which actually looks really cool in the end. It actually looks kind of like a real hairy, fuzzy hat. So now that the black portion of the eyes is done, I'm going to add 2 dots in each eye. So a bigger one and then a smaller one. And then once that's dry, I'm going to go back in and put a black dot on the bigger white dots of the 2 in the eyes. I'm sorry if that's confusing. I'm busy and I've been packing, and I still wanted to take some time for you guys, so please forgive me if my wording does not make sense, and if I forget anything, please forgive me. So I'm using a Martha Stewart sponge dauber. You can use any kind of sponge, or if you have a brush that works just as well, go for it. And I'm just sponging in some nice fluffy area that we're going to work with at the top of his hat. And just remember, I only put the glitter up so far up his head because I knew I was going to put a hat on him. But if you're going to keep him without a hat, go all the way up to the top of his head with the glitter. But if you're putting a hat on, the paint does not go well over top of the glitter. So try and arrange the glitter where you need it and where your hat's going to be so that it matches up, if that makes sense at all. So I'm going to, like I said, I've dabbed on with a sponge already to make it look kind of fuzzy. And now I'm going in with a fine lining brush, and I'm just swiping it around, kind of like I do in the holiday gnomes with the pom-pom on the end of the hat. I just kind of swipe it around like it's little hairs in the fuzz of the hat. And it really changes the look of it by adding all these little tiny brush strokes. And that's with using the DIY fine lining brush that I've created for myself. My tutorial is in the description, and it's on my channel. If you can't find the description of my videos, make sure you just check out all of my videos. I have over 95 of them. Just check them all out, and there might be something in there that will be helpful for you. I like to share everything with you guys. So as you can see, it's just kind of getting fluffier and fluffier, and hairier and hairier, and it looks super cool when it's done. I'm going to be going over top of that in the same way using some hologram paint, but I'm going to wait until that white is dry first. I'm just trying to make sure that all the little hairs are approximately the same length, but I'm also making sure that they're not all going in the same direction. They're just all over the place. So you can be messy with this. Just make sure you don't have too much paint on your paintbrush so it doesn't get all blobby and doesn't look like hair at all. I'm going to be doing the same thing for his pom-pom. I'm going to use a sponge to make a circular pom-pom at the end of his hat, and then do the same hairy texture type situation that I did with the rest of the hat. And his fuzzy hair is covering all the tops of the glitter, so it looks like he's totally covered in glitter, but we've just got a hat on him now. And we're still going to work on his eyes a little bit more a little bit later, but here's some little nostrils in his beak. That might not even be what it's called. They might not be called nostrils on a beak, but that's what I'm going to call them. So you're welcome to say the same thing. So I am outlining his hat, and I'm kind of identifying some of the wrinkles along the side of his hat with the black paint. And then, of course, once all of that's dry, I have to get my eraser out and get rid of the extra pencil lines that I did not want above the hat there. It looks pretty cute. He's a very, very happy penguin. I think he's super cute, and just the perfect amount of glitter as well. Now, it's going to be difficult for you to see the hologram glitter that I've put in the white areas of his hat. But I assure you, when it's resined and it's in person, it's to die for. It just looks magical, and like little diamonds sparkling in the furry areas of his hat. So that's a nice step you might want to not skip out on. Even if you're not doing the chunky glitter in the body of the penguin, you might want to add some kind of glitter to just the hairy parts of his Santa cap. It just really stands out. Looks really, really nice. Now, I hope that you guys aren't bothered by the sound of my furnace in the background, because I am trying to hide from the rest of my boys so that I could record this tutorial. So I am close to my furnace right now. If you guys have been hearing that, I want to apologize. I hope it hasn't been too distracting. It was either that or Maple was going to be talking to us the entire time. So, and she gets really loud and obnoxious and almost argumentative for a small cat. So I didn't want to have her join our tutorial today. I'm sorry. There, as promised, I'm erasing my yucky pencil marks. There. Looks pretty happy, I think. I am outlining the beak, making sure that it's all outlined in my black paint. Make sure you have enough coats as well, depending on the color of rock that you're working on. If you're working on a darker rock, you're probably going to have to put a couple coats of white where the white is, and a couple coats of orange where the orange is. Now, I am going to, I'm clearly doing things that you can't see right now, but I am just outlining, and I'm also adding the fuzz effect to the pom-pom of his hat. And I am going all in like a counterclockwise direction for the pom-pom, but I went all over the place for the top of the hat. Make sure you have enough coats on the red portion of the hat as well. Now you can go all out and have like some feathery business going on between the wings at the front, but I'm actually just going to leave it white and just have the little toesies hanging out the bottom. I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm going to give him 3 toes. It looks like I'm giving him 4, but there is going to be 3 toes on each foot. Like I said, this is not a real penguin. This is a Rachel's Rocks penguin. So I don't know how many toes most penguins have, but mine, 3 on each foot. Are they even called feet? I'm sure you'll let me know. You guys are amazing. I learned so much from all of you. So I'm really liking this black iridescent glitter. You've probably seen it on a few items lately, and a lot of you have asked about it. So I wanted to incorporate sharing the glitter with you, as well as giving you another holiday tutorial to work with. So I hope this was a good combo. Now here comes the hologram. You know my love affair with hologram. I don't like leaving that one out of my paintings. So it's being added to anywhere that's fuzzy on my penguin. And he looks super happy. I think he's meeting up with my holiday gnomes and my holiday gingerbread man, and they're having a Christmas party. And he's going to bring a gift, even. I always think when my husband approves, when he sees one of my rocks, like he'll come over to give me a kiss goodbye when he goes back to work for after lunch or what have you, and he'll be like, "That is so cute." And I'll be like, "Really?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, it's adorable." So then I know if he approves that you guys are probably going to like it too. So my hubby approves of the holiday penguin. So I'm just putting like a simple little square present. I'm going to try and make it look a little bit like a real present, but it's not going to be perfect at all. And I'm being super quick with it. You can choose whatever colors you want. This is like a dark blue, like an indigo night blue, I believe. I'm going to add some polka dots to the wrapping paper and a metallic green bow to the top. And I'm just going to kind of outline it and just didn't want him to show up to the party without anything. So you can put whatever you want. You can do a little tree, like in my last tutorial with the gingerbread man, or you can have lights or nothing. You can have another little penguin sitting beside him. It's up to you. But I am going to have a little present so that he doesn't go to the party empty-handed. That's just me. So while I'm adjusting this weird shaped present, I just want to thank all of you. I now have over 43,000 subscribers, and I just shake my head and I just can't even believe it. Every single time I look at the numbers, I'm just shocked that there's that many people out there that took the time to watch any portion of my videos and hit the subscribe button or hit the like button or commented and told me how it made you feel to watch my tutorial or to paint with me. I just want you guys all to know how important you are to me, and that's why I'm doing this when I should be packing, and I should be probably watching Christmas movies with my kids right now too. But I just want you guys to know that you matter, and I love you all. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sticking by me, and thank you for sharing. Thank you for just being a part of my rock family. You guys are all rock stars in my heart. So just keep that in mind and keep painting, and I will keep posting. As soon as I have a moment, I will be thinking of you. So once I'm finished this little present, and I'm going to also add a little bit of lighter orange to just the front portion of his beak. Just wanted to lighten it up just a little bit. First, I'm going to add a little black dot into the white dot. So you just kind of take away the bigger dot, and there's a little like kind of like a crescent moon left because of the dot where I placed the dot on top of the white part. So I've outlined the present in black, and then I add a little bit of gold. I am going to put my signature on the other side. You decide where you want to put your signature. You can wait and put it on the back if you want. You could put it on a little tag on the present as well if you want to get a little creative with it. But yes, I am just lightening. I add a little bit of white to my orange, just lightening the front of the beak. And I'm going to add a little bit of white to some black and lighten the front of his toes as well. Just a little bit, so it's a little bit gray on a little bit of his toes. You can't really see it in my lighting, unfortunately. But the best part is coming, I promise. Here it is. You guys, this is gorgeous. Every piece of glitter is just glowing from underneath the resin, and it looks so beautiful. I hope you loved it.